In this video, we want to take a look at long division. We have f of x equals to x to the power of 3 plus 2x to the power of 2 plus 3x plus 7, and it's being divided by x plus 1. So these are two polynomials that we want to divide. Remember what polynomials are? Polynomials are expressions whereby the variables will have exponents that are natural numbers. So for example, this first term, we have x to the power of 3. This 3 is a natural number. It's an exponent of the variable and it's a natural number. It's not a fraction. It's not it's not a negative number. They must all be natural numbers, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. So we have this polynomial and the other polynomial, and we want to apply long division. So we just want to learn how to do long division because we will need it later on when we're talking about cubic functions. All right, so we go ahead and we divide these. Now we're going to say, well, the polynomial that is dividing, we write that one first. So the polynomial that is dividing is this one, x plus 1, and it's going to divide. So we open our house just like we used to do when we were in primary school. Now you're going to put the other polynomial inside here, x to the power of 3 plus 2x to the power of 2 plus 3x plus 7. Now, the way we need to start off this long division is we need to take the term with the x here and divide it with the first term inside the brackets. So we're going to say on the side, okay, well, what is x to the power of 3 divided by x? And we know that this is going to give us x to the power of 2. That answer you're going to write down at the top, x to the power of 2. And then we need to take x to the power of 2 and multiply it by this polynomial here, right? The binomial. So we're going to have x squared. So the sum you have now is x squared multiplying x plus 1. And then you need to multiply in like so. So we say x squared multiply x gives us x to the power of 3. X squared multiply 1 gives us positive x squared. Now, just like in long division in primary school, we want to subtract. So we're going to subtract now the following. Let's try to, okay, I'll just point to it. We have x to the power of 3. It needs to subtract this. But we are also going to include the second term in our subtraction. As you can see, we have an x squared. It's going to subtract that x squared because they are like terms. So now be very careful here because this whole thing needs to be subtracted. So now, if you don't understand, you're going to have x to the power of 3 plus 2x squared. It's going to subtract x to the power of 3 plus x squared. And when you subtract this, remember the negative has to multiply inside. So you will have negative x to the power of 3. And then you're also going to have negative x squared. So now you can clearly see that the x to the power of 3's will cancel each other out. 2 minus this 1 will give us a positive 1. So the answer will be positive x to the power of 2. Now, just like long division for numbers, we need to bring down the other term, which is the 3x. So we bring down the 3x and it's going to be positive 3x over here. Then we repeat the process just like we did here at the top. We divided with the first term. We're going to take this term again, divide it with this term. Then we do that. So we repeat the whole process. So we have x to the power of 2 divided by x is going to give us a value of x. So we have positive x there at the top. That positive x has to multiply this bracket here at the front. And again, you can just do it on the side, but by now we should be able to do this cleanly. So we're going to say, okay, that's going to yield an x squared and a positive x. And we have to subtract. Now, x squared minus x squared gives us 0. 3x minus x gives us positive 2x. We bring down the other term. So we bring it down, the positive 7. And we repeat the step again. So we're going to take the x, we're going to the first term, we're going to divide it with the first term over here again. Then what we're going to have is 2x divided by x, and that is going to give us a value of 2. So positive 2 is what we get. Then you take 2, you multiply it with the x, you're going to get 2x. 2 times 1 is going to give us a positive 2, and then we want to subtract. So when we subtract this, we're going to have 2x minus 2x gives us 0. 7 minus 2 is going to give us positive 5. So what this says is that this polynomial that we have here, when it's being divided by this polynomial, we get this with a remainder of 5. Okay, so let's write down our answer very nicely here. So we're going to say that f of x is equals to x to the power of 3 plus 2x to the power of 2 plus 3x plus 7. This can be rewritten as x plus 1, which is it's the polynomial that was dividing, gave us an answer there at the top of x squared plus x plus 2 with a remainder of 5.